Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope you all had a great week. Um, let's see what we got in here. We got Daryl in here, and Jeff's
Hello,
here,
everyone.
but he had to step out for a second. We got Lisa in the chat. Hello, dear. Thank you for stopping in. We got John in there. Hi, John. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. Breezy's Bike Shop. How you doing? Thank you for stopping in. Ben's Workshop. How you doing, bud? Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah. Hey, Bo.
Yeah, there's Bo.
Sorry I couldn't make it over to the truck stop there, Bo, but Delisa's feet is swollen up about twice the size it normally is. So, hey, Breezy, Bo, um, Ben, Lisa Ann,
Oh,
Breezy,
like I was
John.
telling, like I was talking to the guys there in the green room. If you would have asked me at 10 o'clock this morning if this live stream was going to happen, I would have said absolutely not. I had a migraine, but I took a bunch of medicine and uh, just kind of basically hung out and you know took it easy, and you know that's what I did today.
Hello,
Well,
Sarah.
it ain't
Hello,
85
Lisa.
here. Hey, BT,
Hey, Sarah, how you
Tommy,
doing?
how you doing, Tommy?
what are you doing, bigger?
Oh, Tommy,
Oh,
come in. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? So,
did I
but
text you with this? It
yeah,
can't be.
yesterday I spent all day out in the garage. I got a delivery from the Jungle website there. I got some tires. Got 4
Oh,
tires in.
boy.
Yep. So the Tugger's going to be digging good this year. No slipping on the wet grass.
It was
Right
nice and
away, you
warm.
got people complaining, huh?
It was nice and warm here yesterday, but the doggone wind was blowing 20 miles an hour, and of course my door was facing the wrong direction. The wind was coming from that direction. So I get in there and try to start straightening up, and it just blows everything right back to where it was at. So I said, "The heck with that." Hey, Mater,
Hey, Mater. Hey, Backwoods.
I
backwoods.
took the I took the
Hey,
lift
Ken.
cylinder off my T-point today.
Did you?
Yeah, I took that off. It's got one hose that needs to be replaced. And I've decided, since it's a 1971 tractor and we don't know when the last time it had good oil in it, I try and drain it all.
Yeah.
So I took the cylinder out and I hung it by the one hose, let it run out to one end, then flipped it over so it would go the other way. And I put a little air thing on there just to test. I figured, well, we'll see, because this cylinder, I don't know why it gets almost airbound or something. I don't know if it's in the valve or the cylinder. It's like when you pick something up, if you hold a little weight on it, you go to pick it up again, it loses everything, then comes up.
It's probably the valve might have a little bit of leak to it, to where it's back leaking off pressure and kind of bouncing there a little bit.
Yeah,
That
that's why I figured.
that
Take it
or
apart, put new O-rings on.
if you had it off. Another thing is, I mean, just my John Deere out here. If I drain out the hydraulic fluid and put it back in, I got, in order for the power steering to work, I got to elevate the front wheels on it. To get it and twist it. Keep turning the steering wheel till it works the air out of it. So,
Well, I don't have a big fancy power steering tractor.
well, yeah, but
We
I mean that would probably work the same kind of the same way. You might can work the lifts up and down a little bit to get the get see make sure there ain't no air in the system. Hey, Bill Clement.
yeah, Bill said he has a hammer for you if you need it.
Nope, I don't need a hammer.
I was about ready to take a hammer to that little McCullough chainsaw.
Oh, would you stop? That's about the easiest thing you could work on.
I'll send it to you, Jeff.
All right.
And
That thing. That's the most ridiculous design to have to work on that carburetor. You got to tear that thing completely, 100% apart to get to it.
Well, you pull the handle off, you pull the front case off, you take the spark plug out, take the handle off, pop the little fuel line, slide it out the front, and it's all right there.
Oh yeah, all right there. You got to disconnect, get the get the throttle linkage all disconnected and twisted around the right direction, and yeah,
It could be. It could be worse. It could be a Poland or whatever you want to call
I think I'd rather work on a
You-
pole liner. At least I can take the carburetor off without having to disassemble the whole saw.
them. Yeah, but getting
What do you
that
think,
thing on the
Mater? I
run
think
out
he's
after you
prejudiced
took
with
the head
McCulloch's,
off.
huh?
Do what, Jeff?
I think he's prejudiced on McCulloch's.
All right. Hey, Ben,
never-
Lisa, Tommy,
Well, you
Backwoods.
what you're supposed to do is go back to listen to one of those Jerry Clower tapes where what's his name went into one of them Leadbetters went in there to get him a drink at the store, and they were giving him hassle in there, so he went out there and cranked up his chainsaw, cranked up his McCulloch, and went back in. They didn't give him no problems at all the rest of the time he was in there.
I would go more for Justin Wilson. Some of the stuff that he talked about, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to keep this family friendly, there, Mayor.
Yeah, I know.
Justin Wilson can get a little bit.
Hey,
Jerry
I would
Clower, he could make fun and not even think about being naughty talking, but
I agree, Bill. Take the new chainsaw and hack that thing up into pieces. Well, it's back up on the shelf right
Just
now.
stick in a box and send it here.
All the fuel's drained out of it. So
That's the hardest part
That's what
about them
I'm
little
about.
saws is changing that little belt wick inside the fuel tank.
yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one thing I like about with my chainsaw. I don't have to worry. I can let it sit. You know, that thing sat for a long time. I don't have to worry about carburetor getting gummed up. All I gotta do is take it down, pull the battery out, put a fresh one in there. I'm good to go.
hey, Raging Cajun.
No Wi-Fi, huh?
hey, Raging.
Hey, I don't have to worry about a carburetor getting all gummed up or anything like that, or burnt valves.
Shouldn't have to worry about a burnt valve in a chainsaw. Hopefully.
Hey, it can happen.
If you don't put enough oil in the gas.
No, you just burn the rings out of them. There shouldn't be any valves in a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Well, they do have. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
it's
got that-
amazing how fast you can leave big ugly marks in the wall there without oil.
Well, I got that Cub Cadet, and it's a 4-stroke,
Oh,
so it's gonna have valves in it. It's got its own crankcase full of oil.
okay. Yeah, I guess they did make some small equipment like that.
Yep.
Had some valves in them, but that was for EPA emissions purposes.
Yep. Hey, Sarah.
We
Yeah.
had all that yesterday there, Lisa Ann.
Yeah, we actually had a lot of damagers. I talked to some people earlier today in town here. They're not expecting to get power back until Wednesday.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Our Walmart whole town that Walmart's in here, they was out of power yesterday. Walmart, Arby's, everything we went over there for was slam out of bed and was closed up. I thought Walmart had big old generators and all to keep them coolers going, but
Hot hopping.
I had my cursor over the wrong thing.
Oh,
I was typing back to Tommy. He said, "Let's hit the rotary disc valve." That's true, Tommy. I forgot about those too. But yeah, the wind
why
calmed
do
down
people-
today. It's bright and sunny here today. Yesterday we had on and off storms and lightning and thunder. And my little portable shed I put up last fall with Mark's helping that. She was swaying in the wind pretty good to the one side, so I went inside.
Boy.
Took some ratchet straps and kind of diagonally pulled it back over and held it to keep it from pushing sideways on it. Well, it's the way it's set up on my property. It's facing north and south, So every time we get a wind out of the west, southwest, it really pushes on it, pretty good. And so I just, like I said, put a couple ratchet straps across it, and she didn't move a inch after I did that. So
The guy up the road here, he had one of them little small temporary tents over. I think it's either a Dodge Dart or a Plymouth Valiant. About a 65, 64, 65 model. And he had put that over the top of it, and just a limb this big around broke off and landed right on top of it.
yeah,
Ooh.
that wouldn't fare very, very well against a big limb like that.
No,
Oh hell, I had when I lived out in the country, I was getting one of those little metal storage heads you got to put together yourself. I was putting it all together and had my wooden base and everything down for the floor. I had all four walls. I was just getting started on putting the roof and everything up, and it's like I knew I had a storm coming, so I was trying to get as much done. It's like I ran out of time. Very next day, after the storm and everything had blown through, the door in the front was sitting at the back. I mean, the whole thing went just like that. And I'm going, there's about $500 down the drain.
Yeah. Well, when I was still married, my next door neighbor, the town I lived in, my next door neighbor bought one of them little steel package deals that you put up yourself, has like a plastic floor. Well, he put the thing up, looked beautiful, had it up for like 2 or 3 weeks, and we got a really bad storm. He never attached the side walls to the bottom properly.
Oh,
It literally picked the whole shed up, flipped it upside down, flipped it over his chain link fence behind, and was sitting on his roof in the neighbor behind us' yard.
cool.
yeah, we got one. We got one of them little small metal buildings too out here, but it came with straps to put over the top of it. So I mean, so it would tie to tie it down.
Right. Well,
And
this one had brackets that you're supposed to screw into the floor and then like screw through the side or bolt through the side.
yeah,
And I mean, it was just a little like maybe 10 by 10 little, ones you see in the city, nothing real big. And he goes, I would have never figured that. He said, I thought it would be, heavy enough that it wouldn't go anywhere. I'm like, yeah, well, you found that out wrong.
Them things are like big sails.
Oh yeah. And he said he was sitting in his house watching, and he said he seen it lift up and just basically lift up and turn upside down and then land on its roof. Hey, Donnie, how you doing? Scott Keller, how you doing? Rail, how you doing?
Yep. Hey, Briggs.
But he saved it. I mean, he went over there and basically took it all back apart, brought it back over. I mean, he took it apart in pieces, not each individual piece. Got it all set back up and actually fastened it down the right way, and never had a problem with that the rest of the time I was getting there.
I thought Rail was going to fall asleep with Adam the way he was sitting there. He was Adam from Small Town was live, and Rail was over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it was either he was about ready to fall asleep or he's been like the grumpy cat.
I like Adam.
Yeah,
I like Adam too. Yes, Tommy, I've been checked for sleep apnea. It just has to do with the high and low fronts when they come through. If they're really strong, for some reason, I am more
nice.
in tune to them, or whatever you want to call. And especially when they had like storms like we had yesterday, that heavy front coming through. When they get over and past, I usually get a real bad headache, or like this morning, I wouldn't call it a migraine, at least not to my standards, but it was bordering on one. So, but we got her taken care of, and we're up and going again. I just wish I could have got out to. It was bright and beautiful, sunny out today. I wish I could have got out in the garage and worked.
That's what I was doing today. Matter of fact, I was doing some rearranging. I got the video out and everything. But I moved my that joiner to a new table I wound up making, and the table the joiner was sitting on, that's where I have the planer now sitting at. I got tired of every time I needed to plane something, drop the blade down on the table saw, move the fence over, set the joiner on top of that, unplug the shop vac, plug in the planer, do all that, and I'm done. Put everything back. It's like, oh man. Now it's like I've got all three of them, actually all four, but they can stay plugged in. I don't have to worry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be taking a week's vacation here in a couple weeks. I plan on reorganizing my shop some and trying to get some stuff moved around and probably throw some stuff away that needs to be thrown away, that's needed to be thrown away for a long time. I actually want to get it's not my first pulling tractor, but my actual second pulling tractor. I want to get it out to where if I get a bug up my keister, decide I want to pull a stock class, I can fire that thing up and load it up and take it somewhere. I miss that old tractor, that old Opposed twin Briggs.
How was that Opposed twin, say, compared to the V y'all run now?
There is no comparison. The V's are a lot better. The Opposed twin has torque. It just they don't like a lot of high RPM. So, and there's really no affordable aftermarket parts for them. The big thing is like the flywheels and stuff like that. You'd have to have one custom made, a steel one, to safely run it over 4,000 RPMs. But this tractor, it's a Gilson, sold by Montgomery Ward. It's built by Gilson. It has the same rear end setup as the 582 Cub Cadet when they come with the Peerless rear end in them, the shaft belt drives. So I'm hoping I can bolt a Cub Cadet rear end into that thing and basically have a bulletproof rear end in it compared to that Peerless. That Peerless, back when I was pulling it steady, about every week I'd break an axle in it, and I wouldn't break it; I'd actually twist them off.
Damn.
So we were making some really good torque, but I could never keep axles in it. It got to the point that I could pull one of them old Peerless rear ends apart in about 15-20 minutes to get the axles out of it. I could have the axle out, the rear end out, a new axle put in it, and back in an hour at home.
Damn. You said you're going to put Cub Cadet. So what model Cub Cadet are you going to use?
Same thing what we use in our big tractors. The gear drive, the clutch and stuff. I'll have to build the clutch hanger and stuff up and make an adapter for a clutch on the flywheel, which Mark's got a lathe, my brother's got a lathe. Ain't no big deal. I can do that.
That's the one that y'all use the 7 1/4 Chrysler rear end part,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But I'll probably run just a stock carrier in it because I got a parts rear end laying there, and I'll probably just run a stock carrier in it for now because it's just a stock motor. It's not going to be
How much horsepower can those handle with putting the 7 1/4 ring and pinion in?
Over 100. A lot of the pro mods are well over 100 horsepower, and they stay together.
And you're using the ring and pinion along with the axles?
We're using the carrier and the axles. The ring and pinion is from the Cub Cadet. They're aftermarket. They're a hardened steel, for that. But it's just basically just the carrier and the axles is what we're using.
Okay.
Now, my old red tractor, it had the 2-piece hydro carrier in them, and I know I was over 80 horsepower on that motor, and it held up, and it's actually the run that's in Plan B right now. I'm going to try it the beginning of the year while I put a new ring gear in Plan B's old axle.
Well, that might be kind of rear end I might have to see about for that mini top fuel dragster once I can get started getting that thing built.
Yeah, well, you definitely have to change the gearing in it, and I don't. Yeah, you might be able to, if you turn it hard enough, fast enough, you might be able to get the. I don't. They make different gear sets for them,
Right.
and they have a mile per hour per tire size, like a 26-12-12 tire. They have an estimated gear or RPM to mile per hour, which each gear set does, but I don't remember what the top one is. It just takes a little bit of modifying the inside of the case, a little grinding and stuff to get those gears and stuff in there. But
Right.
it ain't no big deal. It's easy to do. I've done a couple of them.
But how easy is it to find those housings?
They're on every old Cub Cadet out there.
Well, send me.
The carriers are what's getting hard to find.
Okay. Oh, the 7 1/4 carriers.
Yeah, from the Dodge Darts. Yeah.
They're most of the engines they're talking about here are gasoline engines. They're not diesel.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was a catalog ordered Gilson or not. It come from Montgomery Ward department store. I know the guy that bought the tractor originally.
From Monkey Wards.
Yep.
Hey, everything guy.
That's
This guy.
that was the original name of the tractor was Monkey Business. And then when I broke the chain on the sled the one time, somebody said, "Well, if that's a monkey, it's the missing link." So we started calling it Missing Link. And that was a heck of a ride because it was a dead weight pull, and dead weight, you don't start out with a light sled and build up. You get all the weight on the pan at once, and you're giving it full bore right off the start. And I had moved it about 4 or 5 feet, and that link let loose, and that tractor went shooting down the track. And yeah, it was quite a ride.
Did it make your hair stand up?
Mm-hmm.
Bill wants to know the most of them run gas instead of diesels right now, right?
Yes.
In
my class, but they do have classes for 3-cylinder diesels, the Kubotas and stuff like that. I've actually got a 3-cylinder Mitsubishi out there in the garage that someday I would like to put on a tractor. I just got to double check to make sure that it's under the cubic inch rating that you're allowed. That's all
That'd
right.
be fun.
Oh yeah, it's fun. Mark actually has one down there at his place that he's putting together.
Mark's putting together a diesel one.
Yeah, he's just been doing it here and there over time. It's nothing that he's not
in a hurry on.
Right. Well, it's because the club we pull with, they don't really have a diesel class. If 3 or more show up, they'll make the class, but they don't have one that's dedicated to it.
Hello, I hate Diet Cola.
Hey, Diet Cola.
I bought that Cub that I had last week.
What's that?
I bought that Cub, the one with the Onan engine I showed you last week. I bought that. It needs a coil. I can't find a coil for an Onan engine.
Huh.
Should be able to.
We got Twisted Wee Twin in the basement, but there's no picture. So.
Uh-oh.
We know it's not him. We already know about where he is right now.
Well, it might be the missus.
Oh, the carburetor lady.
The carb lady. I like that.
Hello?
Yes, it's me.
Oh, it's you?
Yes, it's me.
But your cam's not coming up.
Uh-oh.
What?
Okay.
What the heck are you doing home?
I worked this morning.
Oh. You must have turned and burned, man.
Yeah.
Clutch still okay?
He set a speed record today.
Yeah. It's all me.
Oh, I know what it is. He had that eastern tailwind going over, so he was being pushed.
Yeah.
He must have had the western going back too then.
Oh, the winds died down by the time he was coming back, so he could make headway.
Yeah, but
those winds were bad.
When they make all these trucks go back to with a 60 mile an hour speed limiter on them, then that's gonna really help them out.
Yeah.
That wind behind them is gonna really help them out. Well, there you go. You got your. Well, you had your.
Almost.
I'm just monkeying with it right now.
Did your camera fall off the wall again?
No, the computer, I think, crashed because we lost our power and everything last night, and it had a hard time getting started back up.
All right. Yeah. Well, yesterday morning when I got up and there was thunderstorms and stuff, I come in and basically just shut everything down and unplug the surge protector just to make sure, because I already lost a laptop, and even though it was plugged into a surge protector, I think it was clicking on and off, killed it. So that's my old Lenovo, because it won't even boot up. It won't show that the battery chargers charge in or anything. So there he is. So
I gotta get some coffee and then I'll be back.
All right, we'll be here.
All right.
He looks like he's all dressed up to go out on a record call.
Yeah.
Got a safety vest or a safety coat on.
Is that far? So, sorry about that. Hey, Taylor, I didn't even see you come in, buddy. Thank you for stopping in.
Tyler's here.
Yep. But yeah, so it's.
So what do you think
would
would be the best, easiest way for me to fill this up?
Fill it up with what?
Fill this thing back up with oil when I put it back together tomorrow, because the tank is only like high, and it's about, I don't know, this wide and about 8.5 inches long. And it's only got like a 1/4 inch.
I've got a funnel that has a real small opening on it, that you can get in there. So you just turned and burned today, Mark?
Yeah, I brought a load in Friday that I had to run out and buy this morning. Because the plant was fixing to go down, they didn't have enough product.
So you guys have power down there and everything, though?
Oh yeah.
There's people right here in town, people I work with that don't have power in town, and they're saying they're not going to get their power back till Wednesday.
Wow.
That's what they get for shutting down at 2:00 on Friday evening there, Mark. They run out of profits.
That sounds about right. We lost power up on the hill, a couple of the houses.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back out there, go back to Palmerton tomorrow, and then I'll get another load of lime and get it into them, and they should be in good shape.
Well, I was going to say the birthday boy didn't get a chance to get his present from me.
Who's that?
Raging. Oh, Raging Cajun. I went making something for him. And it's like I was going to try and get a hold of him to see if he was still out there in Italy yesterday, but I never heard anything back because I didn't want to take that 30-minute drive all the way out there and him already gone, which meant another 30-minute drive back. So I was trying to get a hold of him, but he never contacted me till later. And he'd already left.
Yeah, I actually ate dinner early today. I was going to try to get on Cajun's live stream, but I didn't see he had one. So
nope, he didn't have one. I didn't even see him having one. Hey, Sandy.
Hi, everybody.
Slow down, Maggie. This ain't no race.
I heard it is.
She thinks it is.
Speed up, Briggs. You're holding her up.
She thinks it's a race. That's all she does is run like a maniac.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get it.
Lisa Ann said hi, Sandy.
Hi, Lisa Ann. Hi, Ben.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hello,
Mrs.
everybody in the chat.
You're really CK.
Yep.
Come on, Maggie. If you shit on the judge's lawn, I'll give you a beer.
Yeah, watch Nate's video where Willie sent Nate that engine. That was very cool, wasn't it, Willie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yep. So
I gotta find the starter generator set up for the one I got out there.
For what do you need, Jeff?
Starter generator for the little Wisconsin I got.
Would it be the same as the Kohlers? Just same starter
Probably.
generator, wouldn't it?
I would think it'd be.
yeah, most of your starter generators are gonna be the same.
Yeah.
You just need a voltage regulator to put on it.
Well, I know a guy that's got a few of them laying around.
Yeah, but I know the same person too, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you'd have to make that hour drive to come and get it from me.
I'm thinking it's a lot more than an hour drive out to where you are right now.
Son, I'm out there in Palmerton 3 days a week. That's only about an hour from there to your place.
I know how long it is. I'm trying to remember when you go out 209. I'm trying to remember that road that you made the left on to go down the side of the mountain. I can't remember that road.
I don't go in that way. I go in from the bottom side and come in the back across the Iron Bridge. So you ain't got to drop down that big steep hill no more.
Well, that's what we used to go out that way, but we come in from the other side.
Yeah, no, I come in the back one because I don't want to go down that steep hill coming in. Because I got a little bit of.
Well, I don't
pushing.
think you'd really want to take a trailer down that road anyways.
Oh, I've been down it.
Yeah, it's not big, is it?
It's only gravity, Mark. It's only gravity, Mark.
Them white knuckle roads, so they can mess with your mind a little bit.
No, I got a
Well,
brand new
it's
trailer.
not the gravity part. It's the 8-foot trailer that's about yo long on a road that's about 9 feet wide most of the way.
All right. Now, this is what we didn't get. I told him I was going to make a board of education for him. But that's what he was supposed to be getting yesterday, but never did.
There's 710. How you doing?
710.
Hi, 710.
The biggest problem I've had with doing an oil tractor is like the supply hose. It comes off the tank, it drops down, it goes underneath the tunnel, and then it goes up like about 5.5, almost 6 inches up into the pump. And that's the end I can't get off is the pump end.
So you want to put a pump down on the frame and push it up from another pump and do away with all that mess.
Well, I tried something stupid, which I don't know, maybe it worked, but I took like the return side where it goes up to the valve.
Mm-hmm.
I put a little thing on it and I set the air pressure for like 20 pounds. And I took and I put a little thing on a pulley on the pump, and I just looked at which way it went, and I was going that way, and it's like it was just slowly blowing oil through it. So I said, well, as long as I get some of it out of it.
Right.
Because there was some of it that was coming out. I definitely had water in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's never good.
I'm just trying to decide what I want to put back in it yet.
I drank some oil that was mighty milky that I couldn't believe that it actually ran.
Yeah, I don't know if those take regular motor oil in them, Jeff, or if they actually take a hydraulic oil. Hey, Mudster.
I'll bet you if I looked in the book over here, I would know. But I know, looking at the Power King thing on Facebook, so I know it's been asked a bunch of times that some guys run ATF and some guys run hydraulic.
Well, goes back to that daggum John Deere out there. You got to have John Deere branded tests for it. It's about like a damn Caterpillar engine.
Hey, you're starting to cuss, Daryl.
you got to use Caterpillar filters to make a Caterpillar run, and you got to have John.
And you got to use
as their own junk too.
Did you ever see that sticker, Daryl, that says keep your Mopar all Mopar? Well, you got to do that with the cats and the Macs. You got to keep your Mac and your cat. It has to be the Mac filters and the cat filters.
Well, my little Tugger tractor's got a Briggs & Stratton engine on it, and it's got an oil filter on it. It's got a pressurized lubrication system on it. I've been looking for an inexpensive aftermarket oil filter for that thing for 2 years. The cheapest one I could find last fall, fall, was like $28 for one. I mean, this thing's only like 1.5 inches by 2 inches long. You know.
Did you look at Lubrifinder?
I looked all over the place. I finally, here the last couple of weeks, I finally found them. They're not aftermarket. They're Briggs & Stratton. Well, they are aftermarket because they're through Steins. And I found them for $12. So
there you go.
I wasn't about to pay $26 for that little teeny oil filter, but they don't make them aftermarket anywhere. Napa couldn't get me one. There was no place else other than that Briggs & Stratton number that would come up for that oil filter. I was actually looking for some other different parts for that engine, and that happened to come up. And I found the Steins number, went to Steins website, found it. Of course, I'm not a Steins dealer, so I can't order from Steins. But my small engine supplier is. And I called them, and they're like, "Yep, they're like 10 something for them to buy it." They said $12, and that'll cover the shipping. We'll get you one. Sell it to you at cost. I'm like,
There
cool.
you go.
Well,
Come on, Maggie.
Mark, did you see where now you can actually buy a Caterpillar engine as long as it's to replace another engine? It don't matter whether it's Detroit or whatever. You can actually buy a Caterpillar engine to go in, a brand new Caterpillar engine to go in them. But it's not going to be, it's not going to have all that daggum EPA bull BS on it. But
Come on, Maggie.
Okay, he's trying to buy a 252. Ed, did you see that, Mudster?
Yeah, last week we were talking about my Miller welder I got at work.
Okay.
And I thought it was a 252, but it's not. It's a 225.
Okay.
He's a buddy of his has one for sale. It's a 252. I'm ecstatic with my Miller welder. I've had that thing for years there, and it don't do nothing but weld great. So I really like that Miller welder, and that's why I picked up that 110 Miller.
I got the knockoff Miller, but it's
Matco.
Yep, Matco's who I got mine through.
Yep. Yeah, and you can actually buy that solenoid kit and stuff for that gas aftermarket.
Where?
Ohio Air Products, I think, has them.
Up in Alliance, or?
Yeah.
I'll have to check into that because I need to get that solenoid fixed.
If it's the Miller knockoff or Miller built.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be able to have it. Hey,
Miller. Yep. Miller actually made it for Matco, and they got the Matco paint on it, but the internals and everything is all Miller.
Yeah, I was actually doing a little checking on that for that valve, and there was like 3 different manufacturers that made welders for.
Hey, nice of you to drop in and visit there.
Yeah, and I was looking at what I did was I discovered it by my spool gun. My spool gun for the aluminum is through Miller.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Ed? Daryl? Hey, Jeff. Mark, Sandy, how y'all? Briggs, Mater, Cajun. Oh,
hey, Cajun, nice to see you.
Yeah, good seeing y'all. I'm late.
Cajun, the one day that I eat dinner early and everything and plan on going to your live stream, you didn't have one.
Oh, no, I was too busy today. I had a couple of things that needed attention, and I gave them some attention.
Well,
First of all, my scope, I got tired of my microscope. I got tired of holding the light. That my LEDs under it didn't work. I think there's, 10 or so under there. They just didn't want to work all of a sudden. 2 months ago, something like that. And I figured it had to be this. The little thumb wheel, VR, variable resistor. And sure enough, that's what it was. So I just soldered the 2 wires together, put some heat shrink on it, close it back up.
Well, now I'm listening, but I'm thinking of other stuff too. I've got my second favorite nonstick pan. Now everything is sticking in it. Anybody ever have that problem? What the hell?
No, not really, no.
I mean, and it's just all of a sudden. I mean, it don't matter what I put in it. I can put nonstick spray. I can put butter, Crisco, lard, anything, high heat, low heat, whatever. Everything's sticking in it. Eggs, everything. I'm about ready to throw the damn thing out.
Sounds like the coating is worn out. It should have a lifetime guarantee on a lot of them did.
It's just a cheap one from Walmart, so.
They had a lot of them. I've got one from there. I bet you contacted the company or even Walmart. Bet you give you an RPA and exchange it.
Well, if it only lasts a few months, then I don't want another one.
Yeah, I've got ones doing the
It-
same
it-
thing.
What I need
I
to
don't
do,
blame you, but it'd be worth a try.
what I need to do is just find a Pampered Chef dealer and just buy another big heavy one like I had before. That all the nonstick stuff actually came out of it, but it was still nonstick because it was like cast iron, and I love that thing.
Well, the best thing you can do is like the wife went to all cast iron.
Yeah,
Well,
just
That's the thing.
Ed,
Way
just
to go, cast
kind
iron.
of talk a little lower because the old lady just woke up and she hears cast iron. She's liable to crown my head in a few minutes. So
I'm telling you, Delisa's the one that started that cast iron stuff, and
Yeah,
the old
I
lady,
mean-
she's got a bunch of it now. Even the what is it? That big
Dutch oven.
yeah, I mean that there was a hey Gleason, yeah, there's
Well, I would love to go to cast iron, but everybody tells me don't use cast iron on the glass top stoves.
No, you don't. You don't want to. No.
it's
My mama used cast
I
iron. on
do.
the
The only
top of
thing
her
is, it leaves a
stove,
mark. It leaves.
and it never left a mark. She never dropped her cast iron, big old cast iron pot on the glass top. You know, it won't break if you don't drop it. You can
Right.
use cast iron on a flat top. Now, Missy, she cooks in we got a favorite little skillet for, eggs.
yeah.
Favorite one. And she cooks sunny side up or over easy in that cast iron skillet like a restaurant would, She's used to it, but anyway.
Well, once upon a time, there was a restaurant that actually that truck stops that actually brought you meal in a daggum cast iron pot, cast iron skillet. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I think that was the iron skillet.
yeah,
Yep.
Go.
Some of the meals
Cracker
would be
Barrel
in the
sells
cast
them.
iron skillet.
Cracker Barrel sells all them cast iron things.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got a cast iron griddle that's older than Jeff.
Yep. The Petros used to be the cast iron
Yeah.
skillets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, did you see Mudster's comment there?
No.
Yeah, but when
It's,
TA and Petro merged together, it killed all that. They basically done away with the iron skillet. So
Yeah, but see,
Boy, them Perkins are good little engines, man. I love them.
Perkins,
Two cylinder or one cylinder or two.
the Perkins in that, you can't really do a whole lot to them for Poland like you can the Kubotas.
I like a Perkins. A buddy of mine made a little boat with one, a little shrimp boat with one.
Well, those little Perkins were good enough to move the old D6s.
Yeah.
Now it wasn't fast, but it pulled a 40-foot shrimp trawl like nobody's business.
No. That's why Cat bought them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but how big of a Perkins you talking about?
yeah, but for like our Poland and stuff like that, the aftermarket parts and stuff just aren't there for the other
No,
for anything other than the Kubotas.
no, not when they're going to be twisting out of the frame.
No,
Because
boy.
of the RPMs,
Well,
they won't take the RPMs
Right.
like the Kubotas.
what was
Yeah,
the
That's the problem. Problem with most of the small little diesels, they didn't handle RPMs or 2,000 RPM engines.
Yep.
That's why I'm kind of hesitant about messing around with that Mitsubishi I got.
Oh, the Mitsubishis were good up to 3,700. Most of them were good for 3,700. You could push them to 42. But most of them were pretty good for RPM.
Yeah, but nobody makes a billet flywheel for them or anything. I'd have to have one made. So
Come on, milled.
I think the only one that does the Kubota is Midwest.
Right. Well, I think Kurt at one time Kerber had a few parts for him. I think a flywheel and something else, but I'm not even sure if he still has that because I haven't checked into any kind of parts for any kind of.
That's kind of a dying class anymore.
Yeah. Well, they just got so stupid on the
parts.
Well, parts, but the price of the engines just went through the roof. The guys started building them.
Right.
You know, you couldn't buy one. I mean, you could buy one for a few $100 before, but now, you know, you can't touch one. You know.
I'll be right back.
What's the sense of building one you can't? You know, you're going to have, you know, 15 grand into to pull, you know, local.
Well, that, and not only that, but when you go to the rear end gearing, like that one that I have the Kubota in,
yep,
you got to do a whole different setup on the rear end because it's turning the wrong way.
Yeah, turning the opposite direction.
Yep.
Is there anything available for the John Deere in the pulling market? Nothing.
Nope.
Oh man.
John Deere diesels, like on the big 996 or 7 Z-Track, zero turns, those are a little diesel, and those are Yanmar diesels, and those.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yanmar makes most all the smaller John Deere tractors.
Yep. All the Polars are running either a Yanmar or they're running a Kubota.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know the Yanmar that John Deere used to drop in the old 350C and 450C, those are pretty good. Yeah, you get lucky every now and get lucky, get the 4-cylinder, but most of them came with a little 3-cylinder.
Yeah, you used to be able to buy them 3-cylinder Kubotas out of them reefer units, you know, left, right, and sideways, but not anymore.
No.
Well, I know the skid steers use the Kubota. Some of the skid steers use the little 3-cylinder Kubota.
Yeah, they got to be under. What cubic inch are they, Mark? They're small.
I can't really think. I'm thinking. I don't know why, but I'm thinking
30. Pretty good. How does the beach look?
Yeah. 38, 40 cubic inch. Something. They're just teeny small. Small ones.
Right on engines.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I'm kind of. I got to look up and double check on that Mitsubishi I got out there. It should be within the cubic inch range, but I'm not positive. So.
Well,
for small little diesels, that's going to be hard to find nowadays. Most of those are gone.
I think Strabula's running a Mitsubishi, isn't it?
I think so, but they make small ones. This one's out of one of our old zero turn, not zero turn, our Groundsmaster Toros, and some of them were the 45 horsepower bigger diesel motors. Wow. Hey, Mark Whaley, how you doing?
I think what the heck was it? It was it wasn't the Perkins. It was the.
Well, there was that one guy that was running a Perkins, but his dad was a Perkins mechanic, and they built all the parts for it.
Yes.
I can't remember what that kid's name was.
Wasn't it that black and white striped tractor? It was turboed and all.
Yeah. But he was a smaller cubic inch than the big guy, than the normal ones, but he was still running with them. But they had a lot of time and everything and money into that.
Right.
But the reason I'm like looking at that Mitsubishi is because it has a drive off the crank off the front of the motor that I wouldn't have to change the rear end.
To the reverse gear.
Right. Because they're actually put in those Toros backwards. The flywheel is facing the back of the tractor. And the front of it has a drive that drives it actually has like a small drive shaft that goes into the drive differential. And it already has that, adapter and everything there.
Right.
I just have to make something to hold a clutch. And
Have you?
I looked at them and they spin the right direction. So, and if it's good enough to drive that hydro unit and the hydro pump and all that kind of stuff off of, because that sun pump is a straight through pump that runs straight through the pump, and it just turns the direction for forward and reverse. It should be strong enough to hold up the rear end.
Have you guys ever looked at those clone Yanmars that they make over in China? Because I had one that I brought here, little 2-cylinder unit that had torque all to hell, and it seems to be holding up pretty well. And apparently the machine shop there will machine anything that you want to put on them.
Right. Never checked into that, but the 2-cylinders, it would really be underrated compared to the 3-cylinder.
Yeah,
because they make the 2-cylinder, 3-cylinder, and we've used a couple of them here in Canada for replacements on some of the smaller excavators that we have, and they seem to be holding up pretty well.
Hey, there's Nate.
So, Nate,
Hey, Nate.
How you doing, Nate?
I said Nate posted a couple videos today of before and after
Hey, Nate.
watching Dumpy.
Yeah.
It's night and day on that truck.
Oh yeah. I did get to see the video.
Well, if you take a picture and then press on the picture what you want to look at it.
Sir, Ben wants to know what those engines run. How much
I
price?
don't know if it's
Price wise, we got 8 of them shipped over here, and it cost us probably about $6,000 for all 8 shipped.
if you take a picture and then you
That's not bad.
No, like that's the thing is if they crap out in 2 years, they're easy to dispose of, but the parts are readily available. Like that's the thing. They actually sent us a catalog with all the parts that we can order and the numbers for them, and they have parts galore. So
Might be something to look into.
because like that's the thing is we tried finding replacements local or anything to rebuild them, and just to rebuild one of them we were looking at $10,000. So
damn.
like it was no brainer just to grab a couple of these things, get the equipment running. But so far they're still holding together. So we thought they'd only be a temporary solution, but so far just plugging it out.
Now, is that U.S. money or?
That was Canadian dollars that we got them in on. So that'd probably be about $9,000 to $5,000 US.
Right.
And like just one is like the one's $1,000 and it's about $350 to ship it over. Only thing is it takes 2 months for it to get here. So
Right.
Yeah, it's a long wait.
If nothing,
order it in the winter, build it in the spring.
I'll say if nothing else, that Mitsubishi I got, we might be building a diesel golf cart.
That'd be cool.
It'd be something
If
different.
I remember right, that Mitsubishi is what Strabula was running because it brought up a big factor of arguments in that diesel class when that came out.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
Yeah.
Because on the Kubotas, the cubic inch is right on the side of the engine block.
Right.
The Mitsubishi's is not. It's just a serial number.
Right.
And there's like 4 or 5 different cubic inches that run the same block, and you can't tell the difference besides the serial numbers, but you can bore the blocks to fit the sleeves for the bigger engines with a smaller serial number.
That I'm not sure of because I don't know anything about boring any blocks. Mine all stay the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Well,
No comment.
Cool, Sam.
That's the best comment I've heard from you all day.
Hey, Sam, how you doing?
The only boring I do is when I got to put a sleeve in it.
What's a
Yeah, what's a sleeve?
What's a sleeve?
It's been an hour. Jeff dropped out.
Yep.
So
I'm on
that's
the
our clue to end it, y'all. Jeff's out. We're out. So
Yep. We tapped out.
Yep.
Well,
I appreciate y'all stopping, hanging out, and we had a really good time tonight. And I think so. And we'll catch you all next Friday with Daryl Friday night, and Mark if he's around. We'll see him on Saturday night, and Cajun on Sunday before me. So hope you all had a great day, and I really appreciate it.
Yep. Night, everybody.
right.
All right. You want to take us out, Cajun?
Sure can. All right, everybody. It was good to see y'all again, and appreciate you having me up. I know I was late and all that. And then Johnny Best is in the house too. Say hi, Johnny.
Hey guys,
Say bye, Johnny.
bye guys.
All right, guys. Y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Be safe. Stay that way. Stay safe. Be that way. And as always, love, peace,
Fall
and green.
or like February.
Blue top.
Good night.
Night.